Jealousy. People ask all the time how to deal with jealousy. And so I want to talk about that. Jealousy in itself is not a 4-letter word. Jealousy is natural, and pretty much everybody experiences it at some point in their life. And it doesn't mean that just because you feel jealous, that it means that whatever is happening is bad. Sometimes we feel jealous and the jealousy is misplaced. And so really the battle, the journey is how to figure that out. And the big thing you need to realize is, one, that jealousy is natural, and it doesn't mean that, like I said, that whatever happened is necessarily bad just because you feel jealous, right? That's the first thing to understand. The second is to ask yourself, am I feeling jealous because of an action by my partner that is, bad? Or am I feeling jealous because of my past and my insecurities, right? So you really have to be able to reflect on that, which isn't easy to do in the moment when you're feeling jealous. So it's really important that when that feeling of jealousy rises, that you take a breath, and if you need to, even step out of the room. The difference between reacting and responding is about 5 seconds. It's just taking a breath. Right? When we react, we often say things that we regret, and we end up in situations where we're fighting and tempers are flaring. When we respond, it means you've taken a few seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, take a breath. Okay, and then respond. That's the difference. And the difference between reacting and responding can really make or break your relationship, your ability to take that breath and shift from reacting to responding. That is a huge step towards, good communication in a relationship, emotional maturity. That just right there, if you can do that, you're ahead of most people. So sometimes that means you have to leave the room. It often means you have to take a breath, calm yourself for a second, and think about what you really want to say. So then is my partner doing something that I would consider, really crappy behavior that is triggering my response, my jealousy, right? Are they, canoodling with another girl behind my back on purpose, right? Are they asking for somebody's phone number? Well, that might be a very good reason to feel jealous. Or are they just talking to another girl and being a nice person, and my own past, my own insecurity is triggering me, and I'm putting that on my partner. I'm projecting that onto my partner. That's really the important question to ask when deciding if something is worthy of the attention that you're giving it, right? That you are choosing to give. Also, if your partner is doing something that is crossing the line in terms of their behavior, then there's a bigger issue than that one behavior. If they're asking for somebody else's phone number and you guys are in a committed relationship and you're monogamous and that's not how you roll, the issue is not yelling at them for giving their phone number. The issue is much bigger and broader than that. And it's time to have a real conversation about the foundation you guys have in your relationship, right? It's not going to be solved because you yell at them for giving a phone number and then they say, I wasn't giving a phone number, right? That sort of thing. You have a bigger fish to fry. And so jealousy can be a good signal, right? It's a signal, just a little red flag. And then you have to decide, you have to take a moment, take that breath so that you can respond and not react. And that's when you can decide that, is this little red flag a red flag for me? My insecurities flaring up, I need to do work. Or is that red flag a problem with my partner and my relationship, and that needs work or attention or breaking up? So it's a valuable signal. It's a valuable tool to help you stop and take a breath. And then your next step is to assess whether or not that is a red flag for you. I have insecurities. I'm projecting. I need to do work. I need to talk to friends, talk to my therapist. journal, whatever it is I need to do. That's a signal for me. Oh, there's still work to do, right? That's bringing things up from my past, from me. I'm the problem. Or when you get that signal, you're like, oh, there's that red flag. Is it about your partner's behavior? Is your relationship not on a good foundation of trust, right? Is your partner being shady? It's a useful signal regardless. Please try to see jealousy as that, as something that asks for your attention to decide what needs assessing, rather than just reacting when you feel jealous and potentially projecting onto your partner and hurting a good relationship. So what are your experiences with jealousy? Have you ever felt jealous and been able to take a breath before you reacted? And or has your jealousy been a really good gut instinct that something isn't right in your relationship? What's your experience?